Hey, Planeswalkers, Mythras here. Hope we're doing well and staying safe. Welcome to today's episode of Top Deck, my friends, where we cover daily Top Deck, and we have an Orzhov Tergrid deck, my friends. So this is a Platinum to Mythic 6+ win deck, something pretty interesting I wanted to cover because I have seen a few of these and thought it would be fun to do here today. So appreciate you tuning in, friends. Feel free to navigate down below to the timestamps, and while you're down there in the details, great way to support the channel. And also, if you do have questions or comments, you can shoot that down below or hop in the Discord server, my friends. So we are going to talk about the strategy and objective of this deck. We'll cover off on the best of 3 sideboard. Then we're going to go play some competitive Magic here today in both best of 1 and best of 3, my friends. And then we'll round that all out with some final thoughts because I'm looking forward to that and where this may sit in the meta. So without further ado, let's hop into it here where we are wondering what's going on. So this is an Orzhov Tergrid deck. So it revolves around Tergrid here, God of Fright. We got 2 things going on. We got the Lantern, we got the God. We can tap this, and 3 things can either happen. Opponent's going to lose 3 life unless they sacrifice a non-land permanent or discard a card. And then we can untap it for 4. For 5, we get the God here. So Menace. Now this is pretty powerful. So whenever an opponent sacrifices a non-token permanent or discards a permanent card, we may put that card from a graveyard on the battlefield under our control. So very, very powerful here. Now, what I like about this is it's also got the traditional Orzhov Doom Foretold shell. So we get a lot of benefit off this. We get Treacherous Blessing for the draw, and then lots of other things that are all about discard, deck thinning, other ways to slow things down. We got Liliana. We got everyone's favorite Eradicator Valkyrie. So if you haven't seen this card, it's pretty sweet. It's got flying and lifelink, hexproof from Planeswalkers. We can boast it. We can sacrifice a creature, and then each opponent sacrifices a creature or a Planeswalker. So very, very powerful there, my friends. I really, really like that card. And then this also has Kaya. So Kaya here, legendary Planeswalker. We can do a ghost form counter on up to 1 target non-token creature. It gains when this creature dies or is put in exile, return it to the owner's hand, and create a 1/1. So we can keep looping stuff there off a sack, and then exile target non-land permanent for 3, and then for 7 there we get an emblem with at the beginning of our upkeep. We may cast a legendary spell from our hand, from our graveyard, or from among other cards we own in exile without playing for its mana cost. So very, very powerful there. Now the other big thing here at the top end is we got Blood on the Snow. So here we can wipe the board, we can destroy all creatures, we can destroy all planeswalkers, then we can return a creature or a planeswalker card with convert mana cost X or less from our graveyard to the battlefield, where X is the amount of snow paid to cast a spell. So great way to pull Tergrid back and everything else that we have here. So really, really looking forward to this deck. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, my friends. So that is the main board. The strategy is really about shutting down your opponents, kind of mid-rangey, late game, really locking things in here with Tergrid. And generally what you're going to do is you're going to play Lantern first, and then you're going to pop the God on later, and then you're just going to build the board state and go from there, my friends. So really, really looking forward to that. Then this is a nice transition for us here into the sideboard. So for sideboard, we're going to talk about it in terms of aggro, mid-range, and late game. So we got a lot of things going on here. Definitely all things that are going to support the deck in a way that makes sense, obviously, right? And given today's meta. So in terms of aggro decks, these are going to be things like mono red, mono white aggro, also Boros aggro, the Naya aggro combo that you can see as well. There's a lot of Naya stuff. So here, what you're going to really have to worry about is the early game. We got stuff that can kill at turn 3, but we're going to need stuff that kills a little bit earlier, in my opinion. So this guy isn't bad to get in early. Just put the body in. Acquisition Expert also helps. Farika's Libration also helps removing creatures. And then if you need to, you can flip in Eradicator's Valkyrie on the top end too. It's not bad again against creatures, and it's not legendary. So those are always things that you can remember as well. Now, if you do get to Doom, you're totally going to be fine and lock things in. The biggest piece here that I would consider moving out, I would probably take out a Duress. I'd also probably take out a couple of the top ends on the Snow. And then here, really going to depend on how you want to lock things in. Really, 1-for-1 is going to be powerful. You really need this combo, so you can absolutely, if you have to, drop out a Treacherous Blessing. That might be a decent one. Birth of Melody is still going to give you that 0-4 wall, so that's really helpful against some of those early games. So those are things that I would think about. And then as we transition into mid-range, we're going to get that blend of aggro to mid-range from things like Gruul aggro. You also, again, continue to have those Naya decks in there. Then we also have to consider things like, is it tempo that are not as creature-based, and then also ones that aren't as creature-based, something like a Jund Sack or Rakdos Sack. I know those are starting to creep back in here as well. So big ones to pay attention to, and then kind of at that tail end, the traditional Rakdos sacrifice, as you may run into as well, or sorry, Rakdos midrange. There you're going to find cards that are more not creature based, less creature based. If we do that, the aggro based type decks or creature based type decks will still do similar. As we move on the flip side, you're going to continue to keep Duress in here. You'll move in other Duresses. You may want to think about Inscription of Ruin for a couple of reasons, just to get those 2 cards out of your opponent's hands. That can be really, really powerful there. And then additionally moving in Marika's Libation if they begin to do other things like enchantments or something like that. So that's a good call out. And then we'll call out rogues here specifically, or cycle decks specifically. We already have Elspeth's Nightmare there, so that's good. Rogues decks, you're probably going to want to flip in the Duress, and then you're probably going to want to switch to more discard there as well. And then I would look to move out some of the top end stuff. For the deck that we just talked about, the more non-creature based mid-range, similar style, I would probably flip some on the top out. And then I would also consider moving out other things that may not hit here. So that's kind of a good one to consider as well, my friends. Then when we move into late game, these are going to be the things like the Ultimatum decks, Temur, Sultai. Those are a few. Then again, you could consider this one in terms of a mirror match. You can also begin to consider the other Doom Foretold decks that are the late game decks. The Esper one that we've ran now, the 4 color ones that we did yesterday, which is a sweet deck. Those are all big ones to keep in mind there, my friends. So also, you may begin to hit the Dimmer Control and then the Fabled kind of a thing. There you're going to want to kind of follow that similar story. The rest, Liliana Steward isn't bad. Again, removing cards out of your opponent's hands is going to be very helpful. Acquisitions Expert, Inscription, Runes. Again, you're flipping out Blood of Snow, you're moving things down forward here, and then you're going to take out things that might not really help you as much, even like something like a Soul Shatter. So that is how I would think about it, and that is how I would play that as well. And then obviously Tergrid Shadow here isn't a bad one for some of those aggro ones as well. So sorry, let me do that. That is the lineup for aggro, mid-range, and late game, my friends. That is how I would consider boarding. Really, really looking forward to playing this deck here today. So let's go ahead and drill into it. Before we do so, I am currently at top 900. So pretty awesome. So we'll play off that. I'm actually going to go into play today here because this was a spotlight deck that I wanted to do that was a little bit different. Lots of things that we covered. I just covered that Kaldheim League weekend deck as well. So we're going to go ahead here and play our Orzhov Tergrid deck in play. So we'll play best of 1 for 3, and then we'll go in and play some best of 3 here, my friends. Really, really looking forward to this. Like I said, I have seen this deck in different flavors. Really, really like this one because I like the Doom style in here. And also one of the reasons why I do love playing and play still. So I will, let's see what our opponent's got. I will actually keep this, I think. We got Tergrid here. We do have less lands than I was hoping. Oh, Winota. Naya, Winota. This could be tricky. We're going to need that. So here's what we do. We do this. We gotta wait because we have Soul Shatter. So we'll see if they go for it. Ooh. Well, we don't have any kill stuff. Elspeth's Nightmare's not going to help us as much. So let's actually go thin so we can get to 4. Uh-oh. Now we're in a lot of trouble. Ooh. So they missed, which is good. We're gonna need a few things here. Gonna do that actually. Could have done Treacherous Blessing, but it's not gonna make much of a difference. I think we're still in it. Oh. We can't come back. Good game. We'll go on to our next best of 1 match, my friends. So, not super fast. We unfortunately hit a bad matchup, to be honest, but that is how it goes. So let's go into our next one there. We could have, if we would have got something on the top end, if we would have got the 6 and then wiped the board, we would have been fine. But you've really got to lock that deck in. We just did not hit what we needed to there. So, all right, Whispers it is. Let's see what we can do here. Ooh, Whispers. Now, the thing about this deck is, so we got a turn 2. We're on the play again. So we'll hang on to it here. Now, this isn't as good early game, because our opponents generally will take the life. You gotta get the stuff off the board. Now the 3 ping is nice, but you gotta keep that pressure on. Uh-oh. There we go. Now we just need another swamp here. All right, so it's probably Ultimatum. Ooh. Yeah, it's Ultimatum for sure. Turns. Ooh. Now I want to do this first, even that hose is my next play. But we can pull anything out of their hand. Now, this will be a good one for us, because we can lock a bunch of stuff in here. Ooh, Let me get Lily going.
Seize the day, my minions.
Get rid of that.
We're doing things my way.
So they can draw a lot, which is a problem for us. Now I can strap at 3. Gonna do that. I'm gonna get rid of that guy actually.
Sorry for your loss.
Alright. So we can get Tergrid in. Oh boy. That hurt. There we go. So here's how this works.
I really don't care about your plans.
Now, do we down 7 is the question. I don't think we do actually. I think we go up.
I have no interest in fighting fair.
Nice. Oh, super fun. Super, super fun. Boom. We saw that lock things in really nicely there. We had it set. Had it set. Oh, that was a lot of fun. All right, we'll go ahead now into our third and final best of one with our Orzhov Tergrid deck list. Orzhov Doom Tergrid deck list. So let's see what we can do. Haven't hit the Doom though. All right, 4K it is here. Ooh, we go first. I'm gonna try it because they have this, and now we can go rip right off the bat. Okay, so we are getting rid of. Oh, what do we want to get rid of? We got the World Tree though. Binding probably. There we go. All right. Now we can play Tergrid. And let's start locking things out if we want to. Oh, here we go. Oops. Oh no, I clicked too fast. Ah, that's all right. That's what happens. Too fast, we'll see. That's all right. There, we get to see blood on snow anyway. Now we can do this. They'll lock a few things in, I'm sure. That's all right. That pay hurt us pretty badly, but that's okay. They'd bounce it. I get rid of this. Oh, math was off. Math was off. That's all right. Should have hit Yorion. Now look at Kaya. That's what I get. That is what I get. Prismatic Bridge deck. That's okay.
Well, this wasn't what I signed up for.
No.
Time to focus. I got a job to do.
That's good game. All right, we'll go to our best of 3 match. That was a bad one on my part. Way too fast, misplays. I apologize, you guys. So 1 and 2 in best of 3, or sorry, best of 1. Let's go ahead here and hop into our best of 3 play. Traditional standard play. Good thing I'm not playing this in ranked today. I am off. All right, it happens. It happens. So let's go ahead here. We'll play this best of 3 match. So in terms of best of 1, we went 1 and 2. Played a variety of decks, which is really good, which I enjoy doing, and I think it's a lot of fun, and I hope you guys enjoy it as well. Doing something a little bit different here today, as we reached into a top deck from Platinum to Mythic 6+ wins. So let's go ahead here against the Hack Hound and see how we do in our best of 3 lineup today. Definitely like this deck a lot. Yeah, for sure. All right, I cannot keep this. Uh-oh, we'll try this again. We'll keep the main board for now. And then we'll thank Hack Hound if they leave for our nice dailies. This time I can keep it though. What the heck? Let's see what we hit. Well, I need to go grab that land, which is exactly what we're going to do first. Lumber mound. Well, we got that. We'll get to Tergrid fast. Maybe. Find out. Maybe they're just trying to beat and get their daily done with a bunch of mountain lands. I don't know. Won't get it down that way. We're gonna have to discard a bunch of stuff here. That's okay. Let's try and find that. What else do we want to get rid of? Planes? Sure. Maybe it's a burn deck. Oh, I love play some days, you guys. And today is certainly that day. We'll play this first. I'll probably burn it off, though. I told you. All right. Nothing like a burn deck. In a Toski burn deck. I like it. Grab that land. Now, the big piece here is we can play Kaya on our Elder Fangs.
Done right. Hi, don't worry. I got you.
All right, and on top of that, we can see this combo in action now. Boom! Very, very nice. Super fun. We'll go ahead and we'll play one more best of 3 real quick here, you guys, because it's been pretty fast, and I got to make up for that best of one match. So let's go ahead. Plus, they went through it pretty fast, so traditional standard play here with our Orzhov Tergrid deck. So, unscred team. We'll play first. There we go. I like it. What can we do? All right, Italy. Dun dun dun. Oof. Uh-oh. Hi there. Hello. Good to see ya. Uh-oh. Mono red snow. Here we go. This will be good. This will be good. I think we do this, then we do that. Land, probably? Yeah. Oh. Ugh. That hurts. That hurts. I will block, so if they make it bigger. Alright, we're okay there. Can't play Doom here. Now, they can cleave on the Rim Rock. And it's gonna hurt. Okay, we're good. We just gotta hold. We just gotta hold. So I'll throw the lantern in first. As long as they don't have cleave, we're okay. Maybe. We'll see. It's a lot of guys back, though. And we'll put her back in. There's the cleave. So it wouldn't have been enough, which is good. I need to think about how we're going to play here now. So 4. Each player discards a card. Take action. There we go. There was a big hit. Big hit for us. Yes! Alright, so creature-based. Creature-based. This is gone. These help early game, like I said. This will help. Three or less. Those are all big too. I think we pop that out. I think we make that situational. I think we do that. We can use this. Let's see. I think we go less there. Go another Valkyrie. Like acquisition experts. I still like the Rankle in there too. Kaya's nice on the top end. But we're going to drop Kaya because we saw Kaya. I'll keep Blood on the Snow. Moving up the curve. Got a lot of things we can do to remove too if we need. I'm okay with that, I think. Let's do that. Unscred team. Oof. Oh, they did not like that matchup. Well, we'll take that for today, Planeswalkers. Not bad. Mono red snow aggro is certainly a top deck, and we know that. So great way to finish off. We'll claim that. So let's go ahead here and circle back this Orzhov Tergrid deck. Top end on the Blood on the Snow. So pretty sweet deck, like I said. So in terms of best of one, we went 1 and 2. Certainly missteps on my part. I apologize. It happens. Can't run hot every day. You guys know that. Anyway, with that, and then we went and played best of 3. You know, got a nice toss in the first one. The second one there was mono red. This is certainly a good matchup against that deck as well. One that you guys can absolutely consider for that too, which was nice. So for best of one, you know, it is a little bit slower. If you can lock things in nicely, I'm a fan of the Doom Foretold decks. Certainly not bad. Where would I put this today? I have played against similar style decks several times. We don't see it too much today in Mythic, but that certainly could change. So where do I think this would fit? Probably tier 2, middle tier 2, and maybe lower. We'll certainly keep an eye on it though, because I do like this. I think when you hit, it hits well. I like Blood on the Snow. You can bring all these cards back, which is pretty powerful, and get some really nice engines. I like what's done with Doom Foretold as well. And then in best of 3, probably a similar spot, probably more middle of the pack of tier 2, and then probably going down from there, like we said. So however, I do think this might be a better best of 3 deck, just because you can kind of smooth things out. And additionally, this, in my opinion, has a nice matchup against some late range decks or control decks or late game, because we can certainly keep them discarding and we can pull some of those key things out of their hand or use inscription runes, which is a totally nice way to kind of totally change the matchup and play. We don't see as much discard today, and I really like what's going on here with that. So Planeswalkers, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Top deck, like I said, this was a platinum to mythic 6+ win deck from the deck lists, procured list from magic.gg. So very excited to cover it and want to do something different. We have really nice range of decks. Obviously it's nice to do some things interesting once in a while like this, and I have seen it, and glad that we were able to go take it into play. So Planeswalkers, if you have questions, let me know. Here to help. Let me know what you guys think of the deck. Flip me a like if you enjoyed today's episode. You can flip me a like if you like my misplays. How's that? Anyway, Also, great ways for the channel down below in the details. You guys hop into the Discord server if you'd like. It's there as well. Appreciate the Patreons, as always, YouTube members, you guys. Great ways for us to interact as well. And then lots of Twitch coming your way too. So stay tuned, Planeswalkers. We got a lot of things coming up, like I said. Until next time, you guys stay safe. We'll see you soon. Mythras out. Have a good one, my friends.